Next question.
Let's go.
What's something you have not done, but my goodness, but you need to do before you die?
Skydive.
You never skydived.
I've never skydiven or doven. Skydove.
I will not skydive ever.
You don't want to tempt fate that way?
No, man. The Bible says not to tempt the Lord, and Remnant YouTube is trying to get me to skydive, and it will not happen.
We have a bet.
We need it.
If we get 1,000 likes on a video, then he has to go skydiving.
You guys better like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We need 1,000 likes.
It was our first podcast ever.
Okay, you need
Would
to
you
do
go?
that. Potentially, yes. Yeah, let's do it. Get 1,000, and I'll fly myself down. I'll pay for it.
Man.
And then me and you, come on, we're survivors.
Yikes.
That would be good.
Am I messed up right here?
You are not surviving this podcast.
No, I'm not. I touched too many things. Will I survive the conference? That's the real question. Will Jamin survive the conference?
Jamin
did
has
not
not
yet.
slept or has amassed 5 hours of sleep in the
Yeah.
last 40 hours. Do the math.
Yeah, he's not doing too well. So let's be real. We want to talk to you about.
Yeah, let's go.
We're at the Pastor Leaders Conference.
Yes.
2020.
Come on.
Vision.
Yes.
We want to talk to you about people. Okay, we got kids watching at home.
We got young
students.
children.
Yeah, we aren't yet pastors.
Correct.
But we want to know, what should we be doing today if we want to be a pastor? What's
Oh,
some things we
yeah.
should be working on
Got
right
it.
now?
Your character, man. Like your
Yeah.
character. If you take care of your character, God will preserve your reputation. And I think a lot of guys want influence. And in order to have influence, you have to have a solid reputation. And your reputation won't mean anything if your character is corrupt.
Okay.
And so, like, I think there's a lot of young people who, it's weird. We live in a broadcast culture, right? So,
Yeah.
like, before, like, you release an album, you would have to hope that you would just have to sling CDs, like, on a corner and someone would listen to it. Now you just throw it up on, SoundCloud or Spotify or whatever. So we have a broadcast culture. So I think kids and just the generation, they feel entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
Yelp reviews, Google reviews. Everyone
yeah.
has an opinion. And so there's a lot of times for younger people who are serving in ministry and they feel that their opinion or their direction or their ideas matter, and yet there hasn't been like the body of work to warrant the leadership necessarily trusting or leaning onto that counsel.
Okay.
So I think what I would be most impressed by for a young person is that they have like legit character, that they're really focused on the things that the Bible highlights, the fruit of the Spirit. And then I'll be like, hey, I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah. What about in terms of education?
So, I mean, I could just speak. So, I deal with the bulk of the hiring at my church currently. And I could just tell you like who we hire and who we don't hire. Currently on staff, I have 2 pastors who were former senior pastors. One of them has a master's of divinity. The other one doesn't. Okay. And then I have 4 other pastors who one out of those other 4 has a theology degree. The other 3 don't. Okay. I processed somewhere like in the neighborhood of 60 applications in the last year, and we hired people with a seminary degree and with a college degree. That never jumps out to me. To be honest with you, here's what I would say. If God's calling you to ministry, at Crossroads, I can only speak for Crossroads, we really put a heavy emphasis on like doers, not thinkers. Doing's always better than thinking. And so what we look for candidates is people who have actually built ministries. So it's like you might be super cool, but can you build a ministry? Or if you're a leader, are people following you? Leadership is leveraging influence to move people. So if you're a leader, like, are people following you?